He was the bloodline of the evil Emperor Dio Brando, and also a tragic soul toyed with by fate. Although his mother was with him, he never received an ounce of affection. Therefore, as soon as Versus turned 13, he ran away from home. He had planned to use this method to get his mother's attention, but fate played a cruel joke on him. A pair of sneakers fell from the sky and struck him squarely on the head. For a moment, he didn't know whether to cry or laugh. Although the shoes were a bit too big, Versus happily put them on anyway, because this was the first time he'd ever worn new shoes. Just as the shoe cleats made cheerful clicking sounds against the pavement, misfortune followed. Two police officers blocked his path and arrested him as a thief. In court, the judge arrogantly interrogated Versus, "Did you steal these shoes?" It was only then that Versus learned they were expensive autographed sneakers worth a whopping $100,000 on the market. So when these shoes were stolen, it quickly caused an uproar. Even though Versus gave a truthful account of what happened, his explanation was so absurd that it enraged the judge, who sentenced him straight to juvenile detention to reflect on his actions. Versus never expected that the judge would pin these false charges on him without any evidence, and what made him even more disheartened was that his own mother agreed with the verdict. But 4 months later, the real culprit was accidentally caught. He confessed that because he was afraid the sneakers would be recognized, he had thrown them into a ventilation duct. But he didn't know how the shoes ended up outside in the hallway. Although Versus was proven innocent, his heart was already shattered beyond repair, and even walking had become extremely difficult. Because while in juvenile detention, he had tripped over a hole in the ground, and unlucky as he was, not only did a sharp knife pierce through his palm, but he also got beaten up by a tough thug. It turned out the knife was deliberately hidden in the ground by the thug for hunting prey. Although his palm received timely treatment, 2 weeks later the wound became infected. Not only did an earthworm crawl out of his body, but he also developed a high fever and nearly died. From then on, Versus lived at the bottom of society like a worm. Once, when he was urinating in a corner, the wall in front of him suddenly collapsed, revealing a female skeleton. And now he finally understood that his inexplicably miserable life was all caused by his own stand, Underworld. Therefore, regarding the awakening of his stand ability, Versus not only felt no gratitude toward Poochie, but actually believed he himself was the one qualified to reach heaven. So he used his stand ability to obtain Weather Report's memory disk, planning to use it against Poochie.